Govan Whittles is following the story for us. He joins us now live from the newsroom. So Govan, Lebogang Maile says he still stands by his decision to suspend these two DA councillors and has merit to.
Yes, he does, Shahan, and he still believes that Vasco da Gama and Gauteng Matebe are constitutional delinquents who acted in their own self-interest. And interestingly here, the MEC is saying his decision to rescind their suspensions has more to do with process and technicalities than it does with his belief that they were subverting and even muzzling democracy when they presided over the Tshwane and Johannesburg councils. But Maile here, interestingly, walking the fine line of jurisdiction and deciding that after receiving senior counsel's legal advice that it would be best to rescind the suspensions and go through the formal process that the DA had been complaining about that he didn't follow when he suspended them in the first place. So it looks like Lebogang Maile has rescinded these suspensions to avoid a defeat in court. He denies that's the case and sticks to his decision to suspend them, but in the absence of any other explanation, it probably is the answer. But let's have a look at why Lebogang Maile says he still stands by his decision to suspend the councillors.
They acted in a manner that puts personal interest, if you like, self-preservation, above those of the residents of the two cities. But they also undermined the constitution and muzzled democracy in these two municipalities. Our decision to suspend both councillors was not taken lightly. I must explain. It was not taken lightly, or was it neither informed by party politics. It was in the spirit of cooperative governance. So the merit and the correctness of our decision remains.
All right, so what's the next move? How will this issue actually be dealt with?
Well, the speaker or the city, the chief whip in the Tshwane Council as well as the chief whip in the Johannesburg Council have now received a letter from the Department of Co-operative Governance in Gauteng. They have to investigate within 7 days whether Gauteng Matebe and Vasco da Gama did indeed breach the code of conduct for councillors. And after that investigation and report is sent back to the MEC, then further action will be taken. But it's kind of a standoff here, Shahan, because the MEC has already found that the two councillors did breach the code of conduct. So if the two councils find that that's not the case, we may see this matter ending up in court once again. Let's have a look now at what Lebogang Maile had to say about where the process goes from here.
The matter is not over. The matter is before councils now. And we are saying that within 7 days, both councils should have made a determination, and they must bring back the matter to the MEC for cooperative governance to finalize. So there's no charges that have dropped.
So this seems to be getting uglier by the day. The DA in Gauteng says the party will table a motion of no confidence against Premier David Makhura and Lebogang Maile.
Yeah, that's news just in from the Democratic Alliance in Gauteng. It's getting ugly, and I understand that Vasco da Gama and Gauteng Matebe, the two speakers, have now confirmed that they're seeking legal advice on whether or not they can take action against Lebogang Maile personally for impugning their integrity. So that motion of no confidence being planned against Maile and David Makhura, but this side action of legal action against him also being considered. And we've confirmed with the Democratic Alliance that motion is likely to be heard after the very first sitting of the GP legislature, which should be after the 25th of February. So towards the end of February, we may see that motion of no confidence against Lebogang Maile.
All right, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Govan Whittles.